Yo, it's me. It's me in a video. It's me in a video. Okay. I'm not even going to beat around the bush here. The recording software I use, they updated. You have to record a video now. I'm pretty sure I can still put an audio version on all of my the Spotify, the Apple Podcasts. I can still do an audio version of all of that. But shit, I got videos now, so guess you can see my face all over my YouTube channel. So yeah, but I'm back. I know it's been a while. I know. Everyone's gonna clown me in the comments. If you on my YouTube, you probably don't even know who I am. But just, bro, it is what it is. Like we just gonna keep it pushing, bro. There's no seasons, there's no episode. We just gonna attempt to do something weekly, and we gonna see how that goes. I'm your resident crackhead, K Rock Dizzle. Let's get into it. Y'all watch NXT Heatwave? Yeah, we're gonna start off with wrestling. I love wrestling. Everyone knows I love wrestling, and like I have a classmate now who likes wrestling, so shout out to him. I'll let but yo, NXT Heatwave was fire. I know I'm like a week and a half late even talking about it, and I don't know when this will go up, but like I guess we could talk about Money in the Bank too, because that was over the weekend. Bro, Money in the Bank was fire too. WWE Money in the Bank, WWE NXT Heatwave, both happened in the same weekend. They were fire. So now the question is, which was better? And you know what? You know what? We gonna go match for match, band for band. We gonna see who put on the better show, bro. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let me look up the match card for Money in the Bank 2024. And let me look up the match card for NXT Heatwave 2024. Let's see. So, both of these. So, we have Money in the Bank 2024, which happened on July 6th. And then we had NXT Heatwave, which happened on July 7th. I'm on the Wikipedia pages. I'm not even gonna like draw and do too much. How many matches were on each show? That's a pre-show. So one. We're not counting pre-show. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we had Money in the Bank, which I know was 5 matches. Cause all right, I'm gonna just talk about the fact that like everyone's up in a tissy fit. Oh my god, WWE pay-per-views are only 5 matches. Oh my god, they're selling these tickets and they're only putting on 5 matches. Oh my god, bro. I don't care. Like I know I'm supposed to be the guy who's supposed to come in with a super nuanced take about like, oh, well, the pay-per-views don't have to be blah, 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 blah. And, bro, I tried to take the past few months to really just be better, and part of being better is not indulging myself in the bullshit. Like a lot of people know, I got rid of my social medias. I got off of TikTok. I got off of Twitter. I'm really only on them on and off. I try to not even have them downloaded on my phone. I only really keep Twitter for like WWE Speed, and like even that is like if I like the people that are in the matches. As far as TikTok goes, it's like I'll watch some TikToks, but I try not to be on it too much. And it just feels like with the social media, the Instagrams, the TikTok, the Twitters, like it's just a bunch of people. Just everyone wants to be on one extreme of something all the time. Like no one can ever be down the middle, and I feel like it gets so exhausting trying to be the person like playing straight and playing down the middle and being like, oh my god, well there's nuance to both sides. When in reality, like no one's talking about anything that actually fucking matters, bro. Like, I feel like Jaden Smith right now. Like, can we talk about the political and economical state of the world right now? And, like, no one wants to be around that guy. No one really wants to be that guy. Like, I don't even want to talk about the political and economic state of the world. The fucking president just, like, not the president, but someone tried to shoot Donald Trump. And, like, after 24 hours, did anyone care? Because the world is just, like, on so many extremes that, like, Donald Trump gets shot at doesn't even feel like the type of headline it should. Like, and then you got, oh, well, this got half the people in the world like, oh, well, it was clearly fake. He got shot with a BB gun and then posed for the photo. And you got another half of people who are like, this is one of the craziest things that happened in American history. We're witnessing history. And it's just like, it's so exhausting that like everyone wants to lead a discourse on something. Everyone wants to feel like the most important person in the room. And nobody is. I do feel like that's also why, the podcast just hasn't been something I've put a lot of energy into. I feel like it got really exhausting being on Twitter, trying to find inspiration, and being like, well, everyone's debating about this week, so let's have a nuanced conversation about it. Like, I'm not conversing with anyone. I'm by myself. I'm here alone, in my room, at my parents' house, trying to find a job, trying to balance school, trying to balance helping them, trying to balance maintaining a social life, trying to be a better brother for my sister. Like, and like, I feel like there's so much real shit to worry about that I'm tired of every 7 weeks we come around the $200 first dates and just whack political campaigns and niggas arguing about whether The Rock should have been at WrestleMania. And it's like, it's exhausting. I'm trying to find my inspiration to be back. I really hope that like this episode gets reviewed well. But yeah, that's just where I've been at for the past few months. For everyone like wondering and asking, I just wanted to pour my heart out on it. So that's like the first thing. In the grand scheme of things, yes, both pay-per-views only have 5 matches. Like I said, I really don't care. They do like a pay-per-view a month. They already do 7 hours of live TV a week. I'm not pressed about the fact that the fucking monthly pay-per-views aren't filled to the brim with matches. Yes, some people are going to talk about AEW having like 12 to 13 matches on their pay-per-view. Their pay-per-views cost $50 to $60 a piece. Please give me as much as I can for $50 to $60. You don't do pay-per-views every month. Make them feel special by putting as many matches. WWE, I really don't care. I don't even pay for my own Peacock. Like, if I'm free on the day the fucking pay-per-view airs, I'm gonna watch it. If not, I'll watch the replay because it's on Peacock for like $5. I don't think you could really complain about getting $5. Like, you got 5 matches for $5. That's not a bad deal. It's really not. You paid paid $1 a match. Who gives a fuck, really? So, with that being said, they did put on 2 shows over the weekend. One was a main roster show, which was their signature Money in the Bank show. The other was NXT Heatwave. NXT is my favorite brand in wrestling from WWE. Raw and SmackDown are but NXT is that heat. If you like wrestling and you don't watch NXT, I'm not going to sit here and be gatekeeping and be like, you don't really like wrestling, but you are missing out, my nigga. So, let's go over both shows. And this will be like a pseudo review. And if this takes up the whole 30 minutes, it takes up the whole 30 minutes. If not, it doesn't. So, Money in the Bank. Let's see. We had... So, opening match was the Money in the Bank ladder match for the contract. Drew McIntyre, Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, Chad Gable, Jey Uso, LA Knight. Drew McIntyre won. It was a solid match. I mean, like, was it my favorite Money in the Bank ladder match ever? No. But, like, these matches are all hard to judge because they're not super, like, intricate story-based matches. The Money in the Bank matches are all, like, hey, take 6 guys that are, like, take 6 upper mid-card guys, have them do a ladder match, and one of them get a title shot later. Who is calling me? I don't know who that is, so they're getting sent to voicemail. So they're always hard to judge on a storytelling merit because there's just not a lot of story going into a lot of the matches. The main story was Drew McIntyre wanted to win the contract to win his title back. He won the contract. They did some fun stuff in the match. It was a very fun match. Drew McIntyre won. I guess I got to do the whole star ratings thing. I guess I should take the time to like explain what my star ratings mean, because we know what certain man Meltzer has never really explained what the stars mean. So let me just go through why I give my matches the ratings I give them. If I'm judging on a scale of 1 to 5, my judging is always like expectations versus reality, because I've always felt as though it's unfair to judge every single match on the same 5-star rubric, because you don't judge every match the same. You wouldn't judge a WrestleMania main event the same way you judge the opening match on some backyard indie show on the outskirts of town. You really wouldn't. So I feel like it's really unfair to be like, well, it can't. You can't say the backyard indie match was a 5-star match because they didn't really do the blah 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 blah. They didn't sell this, and we didn't really get the character depth, bro. You don't know either of these niggas. You don't watch these niggas on weekly TV. You're in someone's backyard. You watch the dude come out of a sweaty, like, Bull hung up his G.I. Joe curtains as, like, not even curtains. He hung up his G.I. Joe bed sheets and came out of his kitchen as curtains, and there were, like, sparklers from the dollar store for his entrance. You can't judge the shit the same way you would judge all something you would see on TV. So I always try to judge it on, like, okay, this is what I'm seeing. I know the expectations I have in my head, and I know, what I feel like the match should be versus what the match ends up being on TV. 3 stars is a very much like, this is exactly what I expected in my head. This did not exceed my expectations. This did not go below my expectations. 2 to 1 star is kind of like, okay, you fell flat. 2 stars is like, you kind of fell flat, but I see what was happening. 1 star is like absolute dumpster fire, but like 1 star is very rare. I don't give 1-star matches to anything that was free for me to watch, because I just feel like I can't, like, it's hard to disappoint me when, like, I didn't pay that much money. And by, like, free for me to watch, I mean, like, TV and shit. I understand that, like, pay-per-views aren't free, but, like, even with the Peacock shit, it's like, I'm not giving a 1-star match to, like, a lot of this shit. Like, I don't care enough. Point is, 4 stars is okay, you got me, you beat me in expectations, and 5 stars, like, okay, you really brought me in, I'm off my seat. Like, it's not hard for me to give a 5-star match, because a 5-star match in my mind is just be better than I think this should be. And like, I try to keep my expectations managed, because I don't like being the guy that's like, oh, everything disappoints me. Just if I have fun, you're getting 4 to 5, and 3 is not a fail. That's what you need to know. If you get a 2 or a 1, you fucked up. Now, to the star ratings, I give the Money in the Bank ladder match, I give it a 4. Like, it did some fun stuff. I like Andrade doing the little, like, ladder powerbomb thing that he does. He did it in the 2019 match. Doing it again in this match was fun. It's kind of like the one thing he's known for in these ladder matches. Everyone got, like, good character moments. Drew won. It was fun. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was definitely, like, fun enough to be above a 3. So, that's a 4 stars for them. Second match was Sami Zayn versus Ron Breakker for the IC title, and like, what? Like, okay, I think I want to just say, like, as someone who doesn't watch, like, regular WWE TV programming, like, on a weekly basis, like, I don't watch Raw, I don't watch SmackDown, I watch NXT when I can because it's on Peacock. Raw and SmackDown don't come on Peacock for like a couple weeks, and I don't have the cable to watch them. And I don't have the cable to watch Raw. I don't have the time to watch SmackDown on Friday nights, because like, I do shit and I like to have fun. So it's really hard for me to like, and like I said, I'm not on social media, so like, I really don't know what goes on in the wrestling world as much as I used to. Like, I'm not as up to date with a lot of shit. So when it comes pay-per-view time, the matches are all surprises to me. Like, I watched WrestleMania at my uncle's, and he had to tell me basically the story of like everything that was happening. And I was like, okay, well, like, who's facing Gunther for IC title? And he's like, Sami Zayn. And I'm like, really? And like, he beat Gunther for the title, and it was like, okay, but Sami Zayn, and like, Sami Zayn has just kind of been in this position where like every time I tune into a pay-per-view and he's still IC champion, I'm just like, right, makes sense. And like, I guess the crowds love him. I guess he's doing his thing. I personally just, I'm not feeling it all the way. And Braun Breaker, I fucked with Braun Breaker in NXT. So, whatever. They'll put on a good match, but it just caught me off guard when the match was announced. Because, like, Sami Zayn, really? He's still IC champion? I don't even dislike Sami Zayn. It just was like, he didn't seem like the person to be Gunther for me. And now it's just like, he's doing the whole, like, underdog babyface IC title run. It's like, right. So, yeah, I don't know. I like him and Kevin Owens as a tag team more than anything. I kind of just feel like they could just keep that going and just have them be a nice team in the division. But whatever. Like I said, I don't watch enough. I'm not invested enough. And I don't know if that makes for a good podcaster. But this is my honest opinion on shit. So anyway, Sami Zayn Braun Breaker. I give it a 3 stars. I don't really remember much that happened. Mostly because I'm watching this a week later. And like a lot of these like WWE pay-per-views just kind of like go in one eye and out the other. Like they just kind of happen. Not just like, okay. Mostly because like I be falling asleep. I'm a tired ass old man, bro. I'm 25 and I'm like, bro, it's 9 o'clock. It's my bedtime. Speed that shit up, cause like, like they don't even try to keep me awake. So I'm laying in bed like, okay, next match, and we're on second match of the night. But and this is also just not a match I was looking for. So whatever. 3 stars. Sami Zayn wins because, of course, he won. Braun Breaker will probably win the belt at SummerSlam or something. So we'll see what's good with that. Match 3: Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. What? How the fuck is Seth Rollins back? What? I don't want to get on here and make no accusations. But I need that nigga wellness policy results. Cause what the fuck, bro? Hey, Seth Rollins. That man's back at WrestleMania was being held together by twine, bro. They had that man's back held together by twine and sticky glue. And now you telling me he's back and having a World Heavyweight title match? What? Cap. I'm calling so much cap. Bro, I wasn't off social media yet when WrestleMania was around, so I saw those clips of Seth struggling to get into the ring during the Cody and Roman match. That man don't move right. Like, he was not moving right. And, like, I'm going to give serious props to Seth Rollins because he went through that whole weekend. He did double duty. He did the fucking main event match night 1. He did the opening match night 2. And he was part of the angle for the fucking main event night 2. That nigga put in work. But he lost that belt for a fucking reason. He needed to go, like, bro, it's giving Amy Whitehouse right now. They trying to make me go to rehab. I said, no. Like, bro, I know your shit hurts still. That's what it was only in April, bro. You are not back in 3 months. Say that shit for a Royal Rumble. I'm not even trying to be mean. I'm not even really trying to be funny right now. But when I tell you, I thought that man was going to be out of commission until the Rumble next year. And then they announced that, like, oh, he's doing the heavyweight title match. What? Get the fuck out of here, bro. That shit was so cap to me, bro. I was like, okay. Then they had a fucking good match, and it was like, okay, I guess I don't know what they injected his shit. Y'all know that one year where Bull was playing in the Super Bowl? I forgot who. I don't follow football enough to like remember shit, but like somebody was injured during the Super Bowl, and it was like a all-star player or like a very important player, and they talk about some, and people were online talking about they must have injected him with the craziest steroids possible for him to come out in the second half. That's how I feel about Seth Rollins, bro. After seeing the way that man was moving, I don't know what his injury was. I really it's really not my business, and like, I could just be all the way wrong, but I swore on everything. We weren't seeing that man until like Survivor Series at the earliest. Like, the idea of him being back in time for Money in the Bank blew my mind. Like, completely blew my mind. I'm appalled. Like, I'm not, what's the word? I'm flabbergasted. Like, but anyway, match was good. Everyone's mad about, like, the botch kick-up spot. I really don't care about the botch kick-up spot. It happens sometimes. But match was solid. They were going off. Drew McIntyre came down. He cashed in the briefcase, turned it into a triple threat. And then, CM Punk, yeah. He comes down, turns it into a triple threat. CM Punk comes down, ruins Drew McIntyre's chances. Damian Priest gets the pin. Boom. So here's the other gripe of the show. Oh my god. They wasted a briefcase. And like for a second I kind of felt that way, but also like, do we need two people with a briefcase running around every year? Like, I mean, just looking at the lineup of guys in the men's match, it just didn't make sense for any of them to be walking around with a briefcase. Like, except maybe Carmelo Hayes, but like he can win it next year. Like Carmelo Hayes, like he's got time to be a superstar. There's no reason, like, but like I don't know. Everyone's always pulling for LA Knight. LA Knight's not winning the WWE title, guys. I'm sorry, like he's not. Jey Uso, he was not winning it. Chad Gable, like he wasn't like no one in this match was winning it besides Drew McIntyre, and like the story was very simple. Like this is one of those things where like I feel like fans get in their heads fans get in their own heads so much about shit that it's like you forget to be like realistic about like, hey, what makes the most sense. Like everyone's so caught up in their own fantasy bookings of like, oh my god, someone should hold the title for like forever and like do this and that and blah 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 blah, that you forget that like sometimes the most obvious play is the best play. Like, yeah, Drew McIntyre won the briefcase, and when he went to cash in, CM Punk fucked him over. That makes literally the most sense. This is simple ABC storytelling that WWE does all the time, and like we're surprised. But you know, I downloaded Twitter for a day and forgot why I got rid of Twitter for a day. So, well, got rid of Twitter from home. But you know, anyway, match was fine. The singles part was fine. The Drew McIntyre part was fine. Give it a 5 out of 5. Everything went perfect. I have no gripes with it. Yes, I know that should be a 3, but fuck it. The fact that Seth Rollins could fucking move properly is a 5 on its own for me. Does my ratings make sense? No, but they make more sense than Meltzer, so fuck you. Match number 4. Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, Io Sky, Lyra Valkyria, Naomi, and Zoe Stark for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Yo, I'm just remembering the boys sponsored this event, which was funny as shit, because I remember the briefcases had fucking Vault International on them, and I'm just looking at the briefcases like, does whoever win the briefcase gotta walk around with fucking Vault International on the fucking briefcase all year? It's gonna be hilarious. You sponsor one night and don't even know that you inadvertently sponsored this one person for an entire year. Like, I'm pretty sure they can take the Vault International off, and I haven't watched any clips or anything since to know, like, if the briefcase still says it. But just the idea, like, in December, Tiffany Stratton comes out with fucking Vault International Money in the Bank briefcase at whatever December pay-per-view it is. Like, that shit's hilarious to me. Oh, yeah, Tiffany Stratton won. I forgot to say that. Once again, fine match. It's hard to judge these ladder matches because there's not a lot of story. Do I have to repeat everything I just said like 10 minutes ago? It was a fun match. Like, 5 out of 5. They did a lot of fun shit. Low-key better than the men's match. Did it go longer than the men's match? It went about the same amount of time. 16 minutes and a couple seconds. So, like, yeah. And Tiffany Stratton's great. Like I said, NXT is great. She's great in NXT. I'm glad she got called up. She's going to do great things. So 5 out of 5 there, and then main event, the Bloodline, or the new Bloodline, the fraud Bloodline, the op-ass Bloodline, the fucking the Temu Bloodline, the Bloodline from Wish.com. Should I keep going? The Jordan never did that pose as Bloodline. This Bloodline got 0 aura, 0 riz, complete Sigma energy. Okay, I think I'm done. If I think of another one, I'll have to keep it going. But like, anyway, the I want to say another one. I can't think of it. Fuck. Anyway, the Bloodline, quote unquote blood. Oh my god, I'm on video now. I can do fucking quotes. You know how many times I've done fucking quotes to the microphone thinking that shit would transfer. Like, I've done this. And I'm still doing it for the audio listeners. I always do the fucking quotation with the fingers for y'all, and y'all can't see it. I don't know if y'all hear any fucking. And then I have to double back and be like the quote unquote. Like, I hate having to do that. I can do this. I can put up my fingers in the webcam and do the fucking thing. Oh my god, that's like, fuck it. This whole update where I gotta use it. This is worth it. I'm not even trying to be like, I'm still doing it just to see myself do it in a reflection. I'm not even editing this part out, bro. Y'all are going to see. I'm hyped as fuck. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. I got so hyped just now. Anyway, the Fraud Bloodline. Why do I make myself laugh hard? Okay, the Bloodline that doesn't include Reigns. Or the Usos. Or Paul Heyman. What type of bloodline is this? This is like... Whatever. Alright, let me just say their names, because I can't even call them the bloodline without making a joke out of it. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga beat Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton in a trios match. This match is so weird to me. Not that it was weird, but just like, bro, what? It's just like... Alright, I'm gonna keep it a whole buck and a half with y'all, bro. I knew Roman wasn't on TV because just like obvious WWE writing is like Roman lost his title, he's gonna be gone for a while, but I had no idea what's happening with the Bloodline. Like I said, I don't watch the shows. Shortly after I got off of social media, I really didn't like. I didn't even know Jacob Fatu signed with this fucking company. I'm seeing Jacob Fatu like he wasn't just on the fucking Independence. I'm like, yo, I just seen you doing fucking matches on YouTube, and now you're here. And I swore on everything you weren't allowed in Canada. What the fuck? That's the reason I downloaded Twitter. I'm like, am I tripping? I swear that shit was not kayfabe. I swear this nigga could leave the country. Then I had the download shit. I'm like, alright, I gotta do my research. And I'm seeing on Twitter this nigga Triple H had to pull strings with the Canadian government to get this nigga in the country. And this was his fucking in-ring debut. So much shit happened when I got off. When I get off of Twitter, everything wanna happen. When I don't watch no clips, I unsubscribe from the fucking YouTube. I don't get recommended the videos. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Instagram. And fucking my favorite independent wrestler signs with WWE, and I didn't even get fucking notified. What the fuck? This is why. And then he comes in and fucking kills it. Like, of course. I'm over here like, fuck it now. Like, I can't even really call these niggas all the shit I just called them because they got Jacob Fatu. They got Jacob Fatu as the new enforcer. Jacob Fatu, first of all, Jacob Fatu is over Solo Sikoa. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. If you ain't watch that MLW title run, you're a fucking fraud. If you ain't watch this nigga on Independence, you're a fucking fraud. Go watch that match he had with MV Young and Enjoy Wrestling, bro. I'm not even going to sit here and check, bro. I'm going to sit here and sound like the most prestigious whatever of all time, bro. That nigga's the heat. That nigga has to bring the heat, bro. That nigga barefoot with the fucking red dreads, he does that shit for real. And the fact that the Toronto crowd wasn't even popping for his fucking moves, fuck that crowd. Don't ever go back to Toronto again. I see why that nigga wasn't allowed in Canada. I'd be mad as shit and get myself banned from Canada too. Anyway, so the Fraud Bloodline one, it was a fun match. Jacob Fatu stole that shit. Once again, people are mad about botches. I don't care about botches. Solo pinned Cody. So now I gotta assume that we're getting Solo versus Cody at WrestleMania. Which is like, gotta be... What? Like, who... And then Roman didn't even come back. Which is like, what? Why, like... So now I gotta wait for SummerSlam for him to come back? Like, he doesn't get a SummerSlam match? Like, I don't fucking know. This felt good. This felt more good than like I imagined it being, because I can rage out about shit. I might just record another one and like set that shit to fuck it, double fucking upload today, because like, yeah. I didn't even talk about the fucking NXT matches. Is there a 30-minute time limit on the videos though? That's the thing. I've been going at this for 29 minutes. What if I stop and